Hey everybody, it's Jeremy, and Odie is still tapping me. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run, and we just got to Kehu. So let's talk to Kehu. As you turn to Tekehu, a shadow passes over your vision. You feel a tug from somewhere deep within his soul. A faint ripple creases the air between you two like a forest of ethereal kelp. Surrender to the sensation. Tekehu's soul is vibrant and energetic, almost too lively to occupy its mortal shell. There's a bright thread of energy that trails away from him. You instinctively follow it. You stand in a great hall, underwater and cloaked in oppressive shadows. Pillars of coral and bone reach up through to support a ceiling that must be hundreds of fathoms away. Chandeliers lit with bioluminescent globes dangle from long ropes, swaying in languid, tentacular motions. At the farthest end of the hall sits Andra, as tall as a castle keep and leaning forward in her throne. She has adopted the head of an anglerfish and regards you with its globular stare. Her sickle-shaped jaw opens and closes in a rictus of conflicting emotions.
A life without friction or challenge has left the boy in need of guidance.
The voice of Andra pounds at your mind with relentless force.
He thinks himself frail, but my heart beats in his chest. He is stronger than either of you could know.
She claps her hands and the vision shatters, flooding the hall with a deluge of awareness as you return to your senses. Regarding you with a warm smile, Tekehu at first seems oblivious to your momentary detachment. Then his brow furrows with concern.
Captain, what say? You look a little blue about the gills.
Andra just reached out to me.
Ingati spoke to you.
Skeptical, Tekehu cradles his chin and considers.
Ha! To leave her son guessing. Oh, this is my tricksome mother through and through.
She seemed to care about your well-being.
What mother doesn't?
Alagina shakes her head and adjusts her clothing.
You must be special indeed for Ingati to speak with words. For her people, she lays out cryptic stepping stones hidden in omens. Akira, but send her my fondest wishes.
Okay, I wanted to ask about Prince Aruihi's interest in the black market.
Akira, what say?
Tekehu folds his arms and gestures for you to continue. Where do you fit in with the prince's plan?
Haruihi would not have told you the entire story. There is a good reason. Whatever is happening in the gullet, I believe that water shapers are at the center of it.
He turns away in disgust.
Let me explain. When water shapers are not attending to their duties, they are dispatched into the city.
Tekehu spits into his palm. Concentrating, the small puddle rises to take the form of a tower.
Nekataka's great sculptures require some maintenance to hold their form.
He passes his other hand over the miniature, sharpening its edges, adding detail and definition.
Unless you are Ngati's chosen, Myru keeps a tight leash.
Closing his palm into a fist, the tower collapses.
One evening, I snuck out and followed a group of shapers. I expected to find myself in Serpent's Crown.
Maya smirks and folds her arms.
And to my surprise, they went down to the gullet.
Why was this so unexpected?
There are no water sculptures in the Raparu district. The crown only flaunts our power where it can be displayed for foreigners.
He smooths back his hair and sighs.
At least, a better class of foreigners than the type who frequent the gullet.
You think they were up to something illegal?
We are not forbidden from entering the gullet, but it is simply not done. If they have broken the Crown's law, I simply want to know how and why.
He crosses his arms and aims a petulant look. elsewhere. Back to my other questions.
You have questions? Ikera, I have answers.
Takehu opens his palm and gestures for you to speak freely. The Kahanga royalty seem very taken with you.
Between the crown and the guild, Nekataka has high hopes for Ngati's chosen son, I say.
Takehu smooths back his hair with both hands as he gathers his thoughts.
If Ngati had not blessed me, I say the goddess touched me for more than enriching one tribe, glorifying one island.
Takehu bites his thumbnail and sighs. You give people hope, Takehu.
If people need hope, they should pray harder, or look to their own grindstone.
I don't know about that. He gives you an annoyed look, holding it there for longer than necessary, before tossing his hair with a gentle squish.
I say there is me, Takehu, and there is the Takehu others would make like a coconut husk doll. The more I try to be the Takehu I know I am, the harder I am constrained. What say?
He brings up his gaze to meet yours. You give too much power to the expectation of others.
But it is the adoring people who made Takehu the savior of the tribes.
He shrugs, sighing.
Many think that I have a duty to the Huana. I say I am the only one unconvinced.
I'm the Lord of Kadnua, but you don't see me rebuilding my keep.
Ikera, just so.
The side of his mouth twitches. Hesitating at first, Takehu envelops your hand into his, the scales along his palm both prickly and warm. Just as it seems he will break away, instead he leans in closer.
I know how I seem. We did not have this word, conceded, before Adirans landed on the Isles. If Ngati had not touched me, I wonder if anyone would care.
Takehu seems ready to say more. He stops himself and releases you from his grip. The world around you darkens, and once again you feel an insistent tug for your attention. The pole, centering from Takehu's soul, surrender to the sensation. Once again, you find yourself in Andra's waterlogged hall of power. The tired swaying of bioluminescent chandeliers casts uneven rays of light down on her court.
Poor boy. He has it backward, as usual.
A silky distant voice asserts itself in your thoughts.
I did not choose him so that he could do great things. I chose him because talent should be fostered toward any end.
Sadness and regret creep into her tone, but something about them rings falsely to your ears.
How fortunate that you are here to set him on the right path. I know you won't disappoint.
You hear a smile in her words.
Apologies. I say I never miss an opportunity to talk about myself.
The presence withdraws, leaving you unsteady on your feet. Oblivious, Takehu offers a broad, showy smile. I had some questions.
You have questions? Ikera, I have answers.
Where did you live prior to Nekataka?
The Kahanga are my tribe, but my people settled on Atua, an island too modest to deserve the attention of maps. My mortal mother tans boar hides. My father trades in the abundance of pearls and opals Atua is blessed to provide. When I was born, Father called me his blue topaz boy.
Takehu scratches the back of his head and grins. Have any other notable godlike come from the Atua?
Doubtless, I say. But I am the most precious gem of recent history. Godlike are revered as bringers of local change, but only Ngati's chosen is thought to deliver an omen for all Huana at once.
Palagina's golden eyes narrow. I don't know if that's her being offended or not. No. Probably a positive, because she's also godlike. Your birth must have been a big event.
Ikera, high winds stirred the vigor of the seas. 2 huts collapsed before our local storm speaker could shout down the weather.
He beams with pride.
They say the skies only cleared when I fell into the midwife's basket. Peace had returned to the island, or so the Mataru predicted.
What did you do around the island?
I could not be kept from the water, so my father taught me how to dive for pearls and azada snails. Ngati filled my palms with riches on every harvest, I say. When I came of an age to begin a man's pursuits, the Mataru reached out to the Kahanga Queen. Weighing my arrival against the forces that descended on her territory, the Queen could not invite Ngati's chosen into the Water Shapers Guild fast enough. In hard times, the endorsement of a goddess is more valuable than currency.
Back to my previous questions.
I could not be kept from weighing in hard times. Akira, speak on.
Tell me about water shaping, Takehu.
The art of our ancestors, I say. To bend water to our will is a gift from Mother Ngati to her chosen people.
Takehu stands tall and grins with pride.
Since devastation swept our way of life out to sea, too much of the art has been lost. Periki, founder of the guild, organized the lore of Ngati's talent into a series of postures and meditations we call the 4 forms of water shaping.
What are these forms?
Try as we might to embody Ngati's element, our bodies are not water. Akira, this is the form of grief, a beginner's test.
Takehu closes his eyes and sweeps out his hands, exhaling sharply.
The body's internal water is a force that conquers all. Even the mountain will bow to the stream. The form of hope, I say.
Takehu crosses one leg before the other and sways on the spot.
Water commands its vessel, and the vessel can be shaped as surely as the mountain. The form of metamorphosis, Akira?
Takehu opens his eyes, which now resembles polished onyx. His smile is hungry, predatory. He blinks, and the effect is gone.
The art is a challenge to grasp, difficult to master, and impossible to perfect. Unless you are Ngati's chosen, I say.
You said there were 4 forms.
It is only by force of habit that I omit the final form. We do not speak of it in the guild. The form of Transcendence.
Takehu closes his eyes and concentrates. Holding out his palms, he bites his lower lip and focuses. Finally, he shakes his head and stands at ease once more.
Only a story, I say. Even crafty Periki could not commit this ancient form to her scrolls. It was said that our ancestors could shape the very oceans of the Deadfire. This was Ngati's true gift, but we have yet to recover it from the ruins of our past. Try as we might to embody the art is a challenge.
Okay. Alright, sweet. So it is time to level up Takehu, and in our we want explosives, apparently. Whatever. What do we want to do elsewise? I don't think we have anyone doing metaphysics, really. Maya's doing bluff. I'm doing diplomacy. I think Aloth is doing history. I don't know that we have anyone doing insight. Pelagina's doing intimidate. Adair is survival. Seraphin is streetwise. Shodi is religion. So it looks like metaphysics and insight are open. That seems like a bad idea to not have insight, actually. So maybe I'll have to start putting some points into insight. We'll take metaphysics, though. Seems interesting. Might be more of an Aloth skill than history is, but whatevs. Okay, so we've got Chanter and Druid. So, Takehu is interesting. He is a Water Shaper Druid, so it's unique to the Huana. Water Shaper Druids possess a special affinity with water in all its forms. Water shaping is an ancient tradition taught only to select members of the Mataru caste, and it's believed to have been taught to the Huana by Andra herself. It gives Andra's Whip, the Druid spell. You learn select Water Shaper spells at new power levels. That's this column. So you guarantee learn all of these spells as you gain the power level in them. And frost and water spells cast this way are foe only. So to my understanding, it is frost and water spells from this, which is all of them. So all of these spells do not hit allies. They are foe only. So Blizzard, for example, is a big AoE. Normally, will fuck a bunch of people up. Foe only. Chill Fog, right? Freezes and blinds. Normally fuck people up. Foe only, right? And that's a big deal. So, but you lose access to fire and creature druid spells. And he is a Storm Speaker Chanter. So Storm Speakers are found in almost every Huana tribe. They are called upon not only to defend their tribes from violent weather, but also to utilize the fierce powers of weather against tribal foes. The Storm Speakers themselves attribute their power, the power of their tradition, to the constant potential for violent weather in the Deadfire Archipelago. Some of the invocations they use allegedly date back to the great cataclysm that once devastated the Huana people. Learn select spells at new power levels, again, all these, and may cast them as invocations. You lose access to all summon invocations. So, Takehu cannot do any summons from either Chanter or Druid. However, well, I say that's not actually true. You lose access to fire and creature druids spells, and you can't do invocation summons in Chanter, but you actually can do things like blights, because they are elementals. They are not creatures or fire necessarily, right? So, got some interesting stuff. What though do we want to do? So knowing what he has, he starts with Blessed was Wingrid, right, which is stride reflex. We've got Fortitude or Will. What I would rather have is something like Resolve or Constitution. So we're probably not going to pick up another chant here. He starts with Not Felled by the Axe, nor Broken by the Storm. So this increases defenses for people, which is cool. I'm fine with that. And he gets Skies Opened and Vengeance Rained Down. So summons a flurry of thin bolts of lightning, zapping enemies in the area of effect for shock. So it's AoE shock. That's cool. Probably not going to take anything here. Over in the Druid section, we can get Fast Runner. Or we can pick up some spells. So we start with Tanglefoot, which is kind of whatever. I think since we're kind of like looking at, basically I think we're looking at making him kind of like our healer, our swap out healer for Shodi. So I think we want to focus on buffs and heals, right? So Nature's Vigor grants Fit. What? Is it Moon's Light? Moon's Light is regeneration, right? So Druid doesn't have a whole lot of like immediate heals, but they have like really good buffs and regeneration. So like Moonwell, for example, right? At 8 health restored per 3 seconds for 15 seconds, right? So stuff like that is pretty good. So we want to get all that stuff. Dancing bolts. Yeah. Why is that? Oh, because that counts as a creature spell. Gotcha. Okay. Probably gonna take... I guess Nature's Vigor, honestly. Not something that we're gonna want later on, but I guess that works for now. Fast Runner. Am I wrong? Do I just want to take one of these? I don't really think so. I think honestly, I'm making too much. Let's do Nature's Vigor. Will be fine. Yeah. Nature's Vigor will be fine. We'll do Explosives. We'll do Metaphysics. Again, we're gonna pop over to Druid. We'll do Nature's Mark. Fine, boom, boom, and then we're gonna have access to way more stuff. And here, I think we take 1 dozen stood. Probably. Yeah, probably we take 1 dozen stood. Okay, so we take that. And then over here, we've got a whole host of things that we're interested in. I do not want to go the Spirit Shift Shark stuff, personally. So we're probably not going to go for any of the Wild Strike stuff. I want this Takehu to be a caster, really. So I think we take Moon's Light. Yeah. No. We take Moon's Light. Boom. What else does he have? Probably we take something like a small shield, I think. Okay. Explosives, metaphysics. Weapon and shield style could still be okay for getting him defenses. We get Blizzard. I don't think I care about Taste of the Hunt. Woodskin can be nice because it gives us armor rating. Bonus against Pierce, Burn, and Shock, which can be pretty useful in the right situation. Corrosive damage. We could get Lesser Blights, but I don't really care about Lesser Blights too terribly much. One-handed style, two-handed style, weapon and shield, 2-weapon. Yeah. Yeah, I would say probably we just go for Woodskin. Okay, so now we're kind of like scraping. So now I think is probably where we get weapon and shield style. Because now we're kind of in that scenario of it's kind of like, whatever.
Speak your mind.
So let's set up his chance real quick. Blessed and 1 dozen. No, that's fine. Kind of want to do cautious. actually. So that should be fun.
You have my attention. Speak your mind. It will be so.
Cool. Great. Alright. Got some Takehu stuff.
Indeed.
Wairua. The young Juana holds out his hands as if to catch an incoming missile. He winces in concentration, and an orb of water rises and floats midair. Sweat drips down his nose. Takehu clears his throat loudly. He flinches, and in that instant, the water loses all shape and splashes on the floor. Crestfallen, he sighs and drops his stance.
Damn it, Takehu, why? I almost had it that time.
Not even close. If you want to achieve the second form, you will need to loosen that posture. Spending a day submerged in the bathhouse always helped me.
He smirks.
Did you need something?
He nods to you and shakes out his arms, readying himself for another try. You seem to be having trouble.
I can feel the connection to Andra just like Myru taught me. But there's something missing. Maybe it's my form.
Chanter. I like that. Sorry, I have no idea, be honest. Hum to yourself. Always helps me concentrate.
Humming, huh? Never fancied myself a musical type.
He squints, weighing your words.
Suppose I'll give anything a try.
He nods to you and resumes practice. Any advice to help our friend here with his water shaping, Takehu?
Remain loose, but not too loose.
Fucking, this asshole.
Confine yourself, but spread out at all times.
He nods, passing you a secret smile.
Like this?
Wairu shuffles his feet apart and squeezes his shoulders together, looking to Takehu for approval.
Perfect. Keep at it, and you'll be teaching me the fourth form in no time.
He claps Wairu on the shoulder, upsetting his stance.
Suppose I'll give anything a try.
He nods to you and resumes his practice. And Takehu's rude as shit.
Yes? At once.
Shh.
Of course. Yes?
You have questions for me. Speak up, I say.
Guildmaster Myru folds her arms and nods. Tell me about the guild.
Ikira, my pleasure. Water shaping is a talent bestowed on the Juana by the goddess Ngati. Hariki was the first in recent memory to organize the talent into a series of teachable forms. What else would you like to know?
Where do the water shapers get their power?
Our art is the yield of the Juana's ancient covenant with the goddess. Our ancestors pledged to protect the luminous Adra, the islands, and the tribes. Ngati gifted us with the strength to keep our promise.
What do water shapers do exactly?
We control tides, prevent storm damage, and keep unwelcome ships at bay.
She gives Maya a discomforted look.
Remember the tenets of iron.
Maya raises a fist to her heart. Pelagina tips her head up and smiles. Takehu raises his finger to speak up, but slowly lowers it.
Remember the Battle of Nakaro Atoll.
The guildmaster mirrors her gesture before shifting her focus back to you.
Lately, we haven't experienced an artistic revival of sorts,
Nice.
thanks to our star pupil, Takehu. We represent the best of Juana achievement, no small responsibility.
Back to my other questions.
Akira, speak freely.
Farewell. The four forms of water shaping. Okay. The Raku's reply, Myru, for what did you send me away to meditate on the fourth form in uncharted waters, only to summon me back to the Kahanga fleet? A bomb must have gone off in Serpent's Crown, one of revelation, if not black powder. The interruption is a setback. I trust that whatever happens next will propel our people forward. I will sail Pariki's resolve into the waters where I suspect you need me most and await your orders. I hope that the rumors carried upon the waves are to be trusted. I would tell you to send Onikaza my love, but she knows that it is hers. Tell her that she needs only snap her fingers and I will be her storm again. Daraku, Master Water Shaper. Interesting. Some stories there. And we won't go down to the ruins because there's nothing we can really do there. No, it's all blocked off, so. Onwards we go! Onwards we go! I kind of want to kill something. Let's go hunt. Let's go a hunting, shall we? Maybe we'll try. We won't try Ohio, obviously, but maybe we'll try. Maybe we'll try Biakara, and we'll definitely do this one. Cow? I can't remember what he said.
You look thirsty. A drink, sir?
Okay, supplies. We're okay. I see. I need to remember to save before I do this shit every single time, because there's a chance you get interrupted going through the city. And sometimes it can be freaking annoying stuff that you will want to reload. Or not, depending on how you play. I prefer to reload things. I'm a save scummer, whatever. Okay, we've got Biakara. She is... Sails Scale of Tangaloa off the coast of Pasango. Yeah, that's... Okay, we're just gonna not head that way, I guess. A derelict Valian ship! Quick save. Let's see, is it a trap? Theodol points at the ship in the distance. Galleon captain, through master, or it was. Not remains of the ship's foremast, save a splintered stump. The bowsprit has been sheared off. Oh, it hasn't. Yeah, they crippled her? That's the work of pirates. Principi, most likely, and probably the upstarts if they're raiding this close to Valian patrol routes. Rumdum Ruggiere leans in close. They'll have taken any gold, but they might have left supplies. Irina's brow is damp with sweat. We shouldn't stick around. If the Valians see us plundering one of their ships, they won't give us a chance to explain. Oh, we need to get a spyglass. Pull up alongside it. We'll salvage whatever's left. Failure! Take a small boarding party and scour the galleon. Deckhand check 5 versus Defiant Deckhand. Ah, okay. Rock Stomper Rodul. Probably just gonna reset this, so I will just let it go and see how it works out. Now that we've got so many peoples. All of the Pepples. Oh, they have also got all of the Pepples. They've got a lot of people. Holy shit.
Honey,
Ooh,
you only miss blood when it's
I just got blasted and deaded. Oh yeah, look at these guys. Our Rock Stomper Rodel, at least, is a 3-star red. Oh, that Valiant Fighter is a 3-star red. Yeah, these guys are way too strong. Alright, we're just gonna load this quick save, and we are not gonna touch this murder ship. Jeez. We'll come back to the murder ship. Please do. Put notes. Dasiwa the shark, no thank you. Iakara. Whoa. I'm so mad. Ikara's all the fucking way over there. There she is. Hear a knock at the door to your quarters. You're not long at sea when Chitupek appears at your door, wiping away sweat with a rag. Begging your pardon, Captain. Been at sea a while now, but you've not been in a state fit for speaking for most of it. Sailor glances over his shoulder, then back to you. This crew is going to be taking your orders. You might want to make a proper introduction. Let everyone know what you're about. Gather and address the crew. Chitupek calls the crew together on deck. The small group of sailors hang languidly from the rigging, perch on crates, and sit against the rails. Your eyes turn to you as you stride onto the deck. These eyes have peeled back the veil of death. I have returned, Herald of Berath and enforcer of her will. Eld Ingram glances towards Hema, who cuts off any comment with a quick shake of the head. Dekehu rocks back on his heels, nodding to himself. Halagina's feathers ruffle as she lets out a faint sigh. We'll go the diplomatic route. The ship isn't boards and sails. It's all of you. I'll give you everything I've got as a captain. I expect the same from you. Aye, Captain. Ikuik cheers, sparking chuckles. Chitupek claps, and the rest of the crew join in, smiling and nodding. Maya cocks her head and listens. Pelagina nods, the corner of her mouth turning into a faint grin. Morale gained, morale gained. Nice. Benizi steps forward. Pardon me asking, Captain, but what exactly is the ship's mission in the Deadfire? We're gonna go honest. That oversized naked statue took a piece of my soul. I am to take it back. Muttering spreads among the crew as they look to one another in disbelief. Eldengrim performs a gesture of reverence to the gods. Our captain's touched by the gods. Hell yeah. Ikuik nods, expression pensive. Muttering spreads amongst the crew as they look to one another in... Oh, wait. The crew splits up, returning to their duties as the ship, your ship, sails on, slicing through the bright blue waters of the Deadfire. Oof. All right, now let's see if we can even take her. Board. I don't know that this is gonna work out, fam. I did all this sailing trying to chase her down, but I have no idea if she's gonna just kick our ass or not. Crew looks sizable, but not just like completely larger than ours. Yakara is one level higher, but looks like generally speaking, that is not.
I need to try something else.
Jesus, get off me.
Speak your mind.
Oh, we fucking destroyed somebody. Heal me, Takehu! Heal me! I think I'm getting carried by my normal team. Like, I think Aloth, Adair, and Shodi are kicking everyone else's ass. Oh, Palagine is pretty good.
Can't get a clean hit.
Oh shit! Look at that big bitch! We got antlered form. No one went down. Seriously. No one went down. Not even my subs. Adair's up. Shodi's up. Aloth's up. Even fucking... Where's he at? Yeah, Constantine's pretty hurt, but he's up. Nice! Very nice. The crew earned 2 experience. We got a bunch of ranks in people. Few sailor traits. Crew members naturally progress in their assigned jobs when they earn sailor experience. Crew members can only advance in jobs they have at least 1 rank in. Ordinary crew jobs have a maximum of 4 ranks. The Watcher gains ranks as the captain up to a maximum of 5. Sweet. We got a 2-handed pike in that. Wow, the lance of the Midwood Stag. We got a bunch of shells. We got... Yeah, that's a bunch of, like, money, basically. Which is good, because we didn't get a lot of gear out of this. We got an Iron Thunderer. That's cool. Got some stuff. Cool. Take it. Take it all! Nice. Basically got us 1,000. That's cool. Let's sail around the side of this. Okay, and now we need to get back to Nekataka because we are low on food and water. Okay, so we're gonna hit up. We're just gonna grab some lager, probably. Really, we have to go. Okay, that's annoying. Let's, I guess, actually hit up the Queen's Birth real quick. Because we need to go get food and the liquids. I guess lager would have been fine, but basically we want to be cheap right now, so we want to get cuttlefish because cuttlefish increase morale.
Sometimes, lass, I'll be wondering why you muck about with this motley lot.
We are both mucking about with them, are we not?
Aye, but I be a furry blue pirate and you be... well, you.
I am a servant. My country has needs and I tend to them as best I can, regardless of company.
Plenty of fish in the sea. You'll find no.
Okay, so we are picking up cuttlefish, and we're basically exclusively doing cuttlefish because it's cheap and it's +1 morale.
I've got everything that, of course.
Was it him? Is he the one who actually had the stuff?
Ahoy there. Ugh.
Yeah, I think.
Ahoy there. Any... Ugh.
So it's fine to do water for now, right? Eventually we'll want other stuff, but water is cheap at the moment. And as long as we're balancing it with something like cuttlefish, then our morale won't drop. And that's what we want. We want our morale to stay maxed. We're going to go do the Dragoness. See how that works out. Which I believe he is down here. So. Oh. Right. Forget that you have to actually do the shit yourself. We should be pretty good now. Okay. We'll save. land. And let us see how we do against the Zarep shamans and the Drake. Odie Baudet. Odie Baudet.
Quietly now.
So that is a Sigil of Darkness. Do I have just have to pull things away and not get in the range of this.
Speak freely. Just say the word.
You have my attention.
I'm here.
Ah,
Aye?
careful. Look.
Yes?
Oh, I think I can't see you, you sneaky bastard.
Quick.
Feel it. Feel it.
Okay. Want him. Him. I'm gonna rage with him. Okay, I think we want to put up wood skin actually.
Madico, I need to try something else.
What's your issue, Pelagina? No pen versus the Zarp champion? Well then turn on the other guy. Turn on this little Zarp boy.
What can I do? That's embarrassing.
Definitely want.
Me too.
You have my attention.
Go and heal. Hey, bird. Good. Fucked up, the bird wasn't on auto attack.
Not sure how I feel about this.
It is no use. I cannot get through.
Craved a feel it.
Okay.
Damn it. Got away.
We've probably got this.
I'm here.
Like flogging a figurehead. Futile.
Death take you.
Oh, right. There's no reason for us to use both.
I need to try something else.
Bad.
Captain?
Me too, man.
More accurate, and we want to mark prey.
Yes, Captain.
Put down a right there.
Yes, Captain. That will do, I see.
Me too, man.
It is no use.
Oh. I was gonna say, who's hurt? It was freaking Ishiza. Yeah, we're fine. So that's a little, yeah. This
Yes,
team is a little odd. It works,
You need
but
something next time. A challenge.
it's gonna work better later, I think. You get a little more tuned. Ring of the Solitary Wanderer. Oh, it's the Lone Wolf Ring, right. When there are no allies nearby, become exceptionally resistant to hostile effects. It does also give you resolve. This ring, oh, we need to check the other thing. The pike we got. This ring was the prized possession of Mikhail Malloy, or an Orlan Bleakwalker of the Eastern Reach. He was a solitary man and preferred to work alone whenever possible. His compatriots rarely objected. Few of them could stomach Malloy's presence for any prolonged period. To anyone present, he was a crude, cruel, and generally unlikable soul, even by the brutal standards of the Bleakwalkers. Malloy spoke at length of the countless foes he had bested, great beasts felled, and those he had crushed under his boot. If he was to be believed, the god themselves trembled at his name. While few, if any, believed his rambling tales, none could deny that the Orlan was a hardy bastard and had survived on his own through many lesser conflicts. After retiring, Malloy settled in the Deerwood and lived a quiet, comfortable life. His many rivals and enemies, however, had not forgotten him. A few brief weeks into retirement, his body was discovered in his washroom. His neighbors, hardly surprised, testified to the bailiff that Malloy must have accidentally cut off his own beard while shaving. Nothing had been stolen, save for his ring. Nice. And we've got a token of faith, which is +2 resolve. That's cool. Bunch of random, well, not random, but bunch of items. We'll go smash the Sigil of Darkness because I think typically you get stuff from it. We got Crushing. And he is, oh, right, we should check, we gotta check our other thing. The pike. Guess we could use it on Pelagina if it's any good. We've got the Lance of the Midwood Stag. It is exceptional quality, so that's probably gonna be a boost. It's got increased reach. It casts Woodskin when the wielder first becomes bloodied. Grants Woodskin. Nice. The people of the Midwood had long told tales of the aggressive wildlife that inhabited the forest. When woodsmen and hunters began to come under frequent attacks by animals near the villages, a master huntsman was elected to investigate. The one consistency in the accounts of the attacks was the presence of a giant white stag. The huntsman set out to locate and fell the creature, hoping it would end the assaults. After a month in the woods, the huntsman emerged. He feared death, bleeding from multiple wounds. He was badly broken as well, as though trampled by a great beast. In his hands he carried a freshly fashioned pike made of antlers. He died before reaching the village, and told no tales of the hunt before breathing his last. However, after his passing, the attacks in the forest ceased completely. That's so mysterious. I want to know why. What happened? Alright, so it is exceptional, so it's probably going to be a good idea. We've got Warrior of the Forest. What can we upgrade it to? Lord of the Forest. Casts Woodskin when the wielder first becomes bloodied. And it grants... when the wielder has plant or beast status effects. Cool. Or the Martyr of the Forest. When defeated, it casts Woodskin on all nearby allies. I don't really like either of those, truthfully. Neither of those are really nice. Plant or beast status can be useful. I guess if you were... just if you had it on, like, Tekehu, that could be useful. But what it is going to be potentially useful as is just a base weapon to start with for Pelagina. Or for Seraphin. Either one. So Seraphin's Morning Star is going to have just worse stats all around. Because, of course, it does. It's an exceptional, unique weapon versus a nothing weapon. Same for Pelagina's, I'm going to assume. Yep. So I think we actually go with giving this to Pelagina to start with, because Pelagina, her greatsword has 7 penetration versus... Seraphin's 9 penetration, and we already heard in that battle she was having pin problems. So we'll go with her getting the lance. That's not a lance. That's a weird pitchfork. It's so jank looking, man. Oh, right, she's got the 5 Suns breastplate. Pelagina had followed her orders from the Duke's Bell, helping to establish an exclusive trade arrangement between the Vailian Republics and the tribes of Air Glonfoth. Strengthened by the Watcher's gift of souls, the furious Deerwoodans waged war against the Republics for 2 long years. The Republics gained a great deal of wealth in trade, but suffered the loss of many vessels and thousands of lives. Several of the ducal families lost favor with their citizens. Riots in Salona claimed the life of that city's duke, and the other Duke Bells were pressured into relinquishing the exclusive trade rights to end the conflict with the Deerwood. Pelagina was honored for her service at the opening of trade. Thankfully, her reputation among the dukes and within the Brotherhood was not tarnished by what followed. Pelagina continued to proudly wear her breastplate, which declares her loyalty to the Brotherhood, the dukes, and the Republics. So it's just, she takes less damage. It's actually a really good one. And she does more damage. Again, you take less damage the lower health you are, and you deal more damage the lower health you are. He's good. He's good. Alright, so we'll leave that as is. Pick up some additional water. And unfortunately, I think that is gonna be it for the video. So if you enjoyed, or I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.